keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Oregon's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas.
Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Moore will throw. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. On the ground, it's Coleman. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Lost a throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Here comes the Heat. Scrambling away. There he goes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, kick this drive.
Get him, bro. Touchdown, Washington. Get him, bro.
Big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. A game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it past the marker. They bring him down with the big play. Will move the 6.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Moore to the air. And the throw out to the sideline. just a few yards. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. In 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications.
Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 in the lead first down. The Ducks have changed their look completely in the backfield. Mackay Hughes, Isaiah World highlighting a transfer class. Really ought to transform this team into a potent force on the ground. Is that what was missing from the squad a year ago?
I think you want to see the passing and the running working together. You've had a couple of top-notch quarterbacks the last couple of years, obviously with experience. Now, an inexperienced guy at the quarterback spot. You might need to lean more on the running game. Oregon's got the guys up front. They got the guys in the backfield. They can do it.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. Got some room in under the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Now trying to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 4th.
Williams will pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This offensive line coach needs to have a chat with his guys on the sidelines because this is just unacceptable. 3 straight plays,
Woo.
3 straight sacks.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Got a man, it's Whittington. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you've got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Power football with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, requires a little bit of skill to find that hole. Slip it through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks. taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking to pass. It's Allard. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. It didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hard running there. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. The play-action fake. Fires to the right. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Aller. With the catch, it's Pena. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I knew that was going right to you, man. Dang it. I knew it.
Got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Breaks the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
To the air, it's Allard. The sure hands, it's Pena. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Hudson. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they are thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on fourth. They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down.
Fuck yeah.
Ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
That was dope.
Penn State.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything.
Little RPO.
The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. When you go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force.
He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Looking for room. It's Whittington. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
And run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there.
Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Gives him the big stiff arm. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready up. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pulls it in. It's Ross. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Aller. Got his man. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Brings it in down the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Under fire. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
2nd down coming up. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut. This lead. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And It's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It's on that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Aller. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The give to the tailback. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
It's a seam wide open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. All wideouts, no backs. Moore will throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's open on the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really catches in this game. That's a good omen for the defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Moore to the air. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on...
Close one, close one.
Will be questioned.
Ooh, that was so close, man. Oh! Flexible. Oh, sugar.
Lions going back to work on offense now. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line.
Singleton.
15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Allen. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Makes the grab outside. It's Whittington. So he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
You could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll be stopped, but not before.
Get him, bro.
And picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover, hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right
That makes me
into
crazy.
the teeth of that defense.
The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far. So can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back?
KK.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession.
KK.
Picks up enough to give them
Touchdown. Here we go. Here we go.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
KK. Chop Pena.
From the gun, running back on the move. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Really
Oof, come on. Gotta run that RPO sometimes, bro.
Looking for a physical attack from the
Touchdown. Penn State. KK.
Lining up to tackle
No hate, nothing but love. Let's go, State.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Takes it on the shovel. And the defense had that one well. Covers just a short gain there. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Rides the back and leaves it. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. 30 short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Nice shit, bro. We are Kent State.
This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better.
No hate, bro.
He's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's a negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes.
Keep on.
They're the ones
First down, KK.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs.
Go, K.
I tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the
Nick.
opponent.
Oh, you gotta switch out, Nick. You gotta switch out.
Now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Using his legs, it's Allen. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Oh, yeah.
He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Across the 25, he's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Here we go, sack.
Looking for a gap. It's Whittington. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Sends it back in motion.
Hey, hustle, hustle. Yo.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bryant. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
And the Ducks have it with a first and goal.
Hey, 27, jump.
Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on first and goal. He breaks a tackle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Defense roll. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Gets the back moving. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Trying to bull his way in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ducks!
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Penn State 45, Oregon 12.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's
Yes, sir.
in your years back trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pass them stats, get the eye.
I can't even challenge it. I got no timeouts.
Nice job by the
Oh. 1, 2. You got it. Nice. Let's go. Let's go, Farm.
It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Bro, nice shit.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
I really love Murray. Bro, that's good trade.
Looking to convert on 3rd and short. The run from the shotgun.
Nick. Oh, I whiffed. Woo, 97 fast. Haha, bro, that was dope.
And this dude has been a problem today. Yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A very disappointing performance for the number 1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Moore to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Ducks in the hurry up.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They'll try to run for it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
But when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the Ducks have this offense rolling. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He slings it deep to the left. And this is...
You gotta be kidding me.
My goodness.
He whiffed. He whiffed. Bro, you whiffed? Look at this. Catch. Oh, well, that was the previous play, but...
Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. So listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, you're going to get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hughes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal.
Hey, baby girl, it's you, buddy kid. Yo, niggas are dead.
From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore to the air. Connection, and the defense
What?
gets a fourth down.
He swatted his own ball? You gotta be kidding me.
This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has...
Starting to drive from their own 1. Running to Green. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Calvin, great fucking game as always, bro. Love you.
Leads it with the back. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game.
Fuck yeah. You get him, Gronk? You wrong? Good game, bros.
One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And he's not going to take the touchback. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. The Ducks are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Moore will throw. Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
Motion from the back. Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dropping back, it's Aller. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll do it himself. Running into the open space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. You see the wheels on that guy? From Masoli to Mariota, that sort of defines an Oregon quarterback.
No doubt. Just a guy that can improvise, a guy that can make plays with his feet. And when he does that, opens up the whole offense and makes this team so much better.
Moore to the air. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 36, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here in the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the run, it's Whittington.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Got the quick pass. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
He's tackled at the 36-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Bryant. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the Penn State offense will take over. 1st and 10. Timeout, Penn State.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brings into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
You said Joe
You
Paterno.
want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Aller. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Ncaa. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The give to the back. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Moore to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the... It's great job and great effort getting to the ball. ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Whittington. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This is a really good call because that angle route is tough to cover, especially on a 3rd down.
And that's a really tough route to cover because the running back looks like he's...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down.
Here we go.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Back to pass. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Oh, he missed it. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.